Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to today's video, or welcome if you are new here. Now, this video is going to be a little bit different. Now, this video is going to be very different from what I've done before. I'll give you some backstory real quick. So, we're at a country club, you know, just doing our thing. Yeah, nothing crazy. And this country club is set up toward there's various ponds. There's a whole bunch of water features. It's very aquatic centered, I guess you could say. All the courses are surrounded by water, basically. But there's this one, like, little river that's basically all dried up. I'll overlay some footage right now. And there's a whole bunch of fish in it, like tons of fish, tons of algae. And if we weren't there to save these fish, they probably would be dead like the next week. It's like about that much water, super dried out, but there's like hundreds of fish. So I got all my equipment right here. We got a bucket, obviously, to put the fish in. We got 2 nets, and then right here is a battery-powered air pump that will allow the fish to stay alive on our way home. Now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to the country club and go check this out.
And we're back with another video vlog. This is probably not gonna be in the video, but my Snapchat is, this camera's kind of expensive.
So I have someone else filming today. I gotta be quiet, we're at a golf course. If the video is really bad, it can't be my fault because I'm not filming this time. Anyway, here is the area we are working with. So as you can see, it's very shallow. It's only a couple inches deep, and there's literally a dead fish right there. Tons of frogs in here, tons of fish, tons of wildlife, specifically algae. It's honestly just a mess. We do have our equipment right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start by getting some water and netting some of these guys out.
My bad.
So just in that nasty amount of water right there, we got like 20 snails and like 10 fish. So we'll post that up right there. My camera, my memory card's out. I really came all the way here, and my memory card filled up, so I'm filming on my phone now. But basically, this is what we are working with. Like I said, there's tons of fish in here. As you can see, absolutely tons of minnows. And these guys would literally be left to die if we weren't here. Obviously, this water's super, what's it called? Shallow. There's literally dead fish everywhere. So we're going to try to get out as many of these as we can.
Look at that big boy.
And get them into this bucket right here where we can go ahead and take them home and get them into nice, clean water. There's absolutely a ton of these guys, and the water smells so bad you have no idea. There's also a ton of snails, and once again, lots of dead fish. There's also a large oil slick, as you can see, all over the top of this water, which is terrible for the fish. Okay, so I grabbed as many of the fish as I could. They mainly look like feeder guppies. I'm gonna turn their air pump on so they have enough oxygen on the way home. There's absolutely a ton of them. We got as many as we could. We couldn't get all of them, but I think we got most of them. So they should be doing a lot better in here with oxygenated water.
A few moments later.
So I have all the fish right here. Go ahead and turn this air pump off and get some light in here. And as you can see, we got a lot of them. Like I said, we got a ton. So what I did was I got some clean, dechlorinated fresh water right here. And I'm gonna take this air pump right out of here, put it in here to get this water oxygenated because we do have a lot of fish in there. And then I'm gonna go through here and take out all the fish and separate them from this nasty water. Because you can't really see them right now, so I'll get them into this clear container so we can see them easier.
One eternity later.
Okay, so here is everything we got. As you can see, lots of fish. Now, there was actually a lot more fish in there than I expected, especially just because there was just so much algae and I couldn't really see. But we got a lot of them. These look to be just basic feeder guppies or mosquito fish. Just really basic fish, nothing crazy. I'm probably gonna put these in my pond because that is the area most like where they came from. They came from that kind of pond area, same air temperature obviously, so that would mean the same water temperature. So I'm gonna go ahead and start acclimating these guys into the koi pond. These guys are very beneficial because not only do they eat stuff like mosquitoes, but they also will eat stuff like algae, and they'll generally just help keep the pond clean. Well-established pond will always have some minnows going around, so these guys are a great addition to the pond. Now I'll just go ahead and take these guys and just float them in here to acclimate for a little bit. Hopefully they won't tip over, hopefully they'll just sit there and acclimate. Now, I went ahead and took out the big PETCO that was in here. Moved that PETCO into my biggest indoor aquarium, which was this 55-gallon tank. There he is right there. This was my biggest freshwater tank, so I had to put him in here, obviously. And I'm just gonna keep up on water changes, make sure he gets some food, and I think he'll do good in this tank.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Now, I went ahead and drained most of the water out. They've been acclimating for a while. I'm just gonna go ahead and just dump these guys right into this new 1,000-gallon pond. Clean, filtered, circulated water, not that much algae, and these guys should have a great, happy home now as they go ahead and chill out. Lots of places for them to hide. All those plants over there, they'll probably be in those. And yeah, that's pretty much it for saving the fish. They're doing really, really well. And we'll go ahead and check up on them in about an hour to make sure they're still doing good.
One eternity later.
So it is about a week later now. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some food in for some of the fish. But the feeder minnows, or the minnows we saved, so to speak, are all still in here. It's just they blend in really well. There's a herd of them right there. Koi fish all eating, koi fish doing great. I monitored the skimmer pretty closely and found that none of them were really getting sucked in there. If you look in there closely, it's pretty much all leaves. There's no fish, which is obviously great. But there definitely still is a lot of them in here. I will say there's a little bit less than before, I feel, but I think that's because they're hiding. For example, if you come back here kind of behind these plants, there's a ton of them. It's hard to see, but down in the pot where the plants are actually planted, there's a whole bunch of them, and it's the same thing on this side as well. You can kind of see in the water ripples that there is still plenty of them in here. So there's probably, I'd say there's like 40 or 50. We definitely did get a lot of them, and I think they're gonna do very good in this pond. They've already been doing good for a week, so I think they're gonna be pretty good. You can see down at the bottom all that dirt right there. That's from the ducks getting into the pond. That's why the ducks are not allowed in the pond anymore. You can see them right there trying to get let out. But what they do is they eat the plants and they poop all in the pond, and it gets it all nasty. They mess up the rocks down there. As you can see on the hose, you can now see the hose. You couldn't see the hose before because it was covered up by the rocks, but the ducks messed it up. So ducks no longer allowed in the water. Waterfall is still doing good though. Got some leaves dying back as it gets colder. And then here are the ducks doing really well. They knocked over their plate, which had food on it, and they knocked over this little stick. So they're doing good. They're being ducks. They're quacking a lot. Anyway, that is going to be just about it for this video. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching us put some new fish in the koi pond. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and goodbye.